Hi, welcome to our second installment of Council Close-Up. We're here in LA for our annual conference. I'm here with Ann Cramer of IBM. Ann, everyone I think almost knows. Round of applause earlier today at the member meeting when you were introduced. And so we opened up this morning with a panel on celebrities and philanthropy. What are your thoughts about that panel specifically, or the conference in general?
The conference in general has been almost electric. I think the energy, the facility garners that because it's so easy to get around, because you can see people, reconnect, network, but even more importantly, the content has been energizing, and you can feel it's palpable. And also I think it does give everyone with the Council on Foundation, like me as a board member, a sense of recommitment almost, not just to the organization, but to the field.
You mentioned networking and seeing other people, and I was surprised. We have over 1,300 people here today, this weekend, and I'm still seeing people. You can still see people from time to time, the same people. One of the things...
Or you can see somebody who you knew was here, but you just saw today, because there are so many activities going on, so many great workshops to attend, and so many people engaged in the panels.
Yeah, and everyone's so excited. Mm-hmm. One of the things that happened this week while we were here was the release of the new corporate guide that you are heavily involved in. Can you tell us basically what it is and what's the purpose of it?
I would be delighted. I had the absolute joy of serving as co-chair for the committee, which put together this, what we like to call the framework and guidebook for corporate philanthropy. Corporate Philanthropy 2012, but its intersection with corporate social responsibility and corporate citizenship. It has been an amazing process led by the council, and absolutely creating a whole new kind of focus for corporate philanthropy, especially where we see so much transformation and realignment and creating the integration with our business colleagues so that we, as corporations, are viewed and valued as relevant contributors to create solutions across all the many societal issues. And I think this new guidebook not only creates the headlights, but also celebrates the best practices of many companies like IBM that are already on this extraordinary journey. So it's been a joy of 2 years to be able to see the final product, which is excellent. And it's been also such an amazing affirmation of those of us who've been working in the field of corporate philanthropy to see how it has risen to a point of value in our companies because of what it can be, what it can give, and what it can do. Not just for brand and reputation, but it is a win-win for our clients, obviously for the communities, for our employees, and of course all of our stake and stockholders.
Now, you mentioned what it can do, and how do you envision the corporate sector using this guide moving forward?
Well, personally, I have a commitment to make sure that this is not just a dust collector on folks' coffee tables or shelves. That's the first thing, that we are very intentional about not just rollout, but action plans. So first of all is we're doing a great job now, as you are today, thank you, Mark, to tell the story about its existence, getting it out on Facebook, YouTube. For instance, IBM is interviewing Chris Penny, the author, putting him on our IBM Citizen blog. And so we're doing all of that kind of intentional media now. Secondly, literally today, I've already asked most of the regional organizations, the Regional Association of Grant Makers, through the forum, to create those kind of discussion points where you have corporate donors and corporate committees in local communities to have this be presented, discussed, and therefore the action steps taken. And then third is that more generic, that we already have speaking engagements with various conferences from the U.S. Chamber to CECP, so that we then, in a broader context, are not only telling the story, but creating a space for companies to say, how can I get on this bandwagon? How can I develop my own framework? How can I sell and tell our story? So the 5 topics that are part of the framework are easily understood, maybe not as easily implemented, but beginning to create the conversation for companies that want to begin the journey.
Okay. And then it's also going to be available on the Council's website, www.cof.org. Well, thank you so much. We have 1 day left. Any thoughts going forward, what you're looking forward to most?
Oh, I love it. Well, tonight we're having our corporate event where we're doing a reception sponsored by our colleagues in Los Angeles, which will be very fun. But it is also part of that networking, as I've had so many one-on-one meetings, 1-on-4 or 5 meetings, reconnecting, and especially with our colleagues in the broader philanthropic field, where we in corporate are really part of that integrated force that we think can not just transform our own country, but from a global view, be globally impactful. So thank you. It's been a great conference.
Well, thank you. It's been wonderful being here. And you mentioned your one-on-ones. I think I've passed you a dozen times in the halls talking to people. So it's been great, and thank you so much for doing this.
Oh, Mark, thank you for asking me. Congratulations.
My pleasure. Thank you.